What's good, my boys and girls? It's me, Orion, back at it again. Just here to update with my day. Today I figured I'd talk about. I missed yesterday, first of all. That was the first day I've missed out of the month. It was the first day I've missed since I've done this, and I'm very sorry. I ended up. I hang out with my friends every Monday. We play games together, and they ended up leaving at like late-ish. And then I had to do some studying for an exam the next day, and I ended up going to bed at like 1 a.m. So I didn't read my Bible, meditate, and then I go to the gym or record a video. So it was kind of not good, but it was good socially. So that was positive, but I didn't really do good with my habits. But I'm rectifying that. It is not going to define me. It is just a trip in my path to the way of who I want to be. Today, though, I'm gonna talk about what I've been doing because I've just been uploading these videos, but I haven't really talked about what I'm doing or where I'm headed or anything because I usually like to keep that personal. I feel like if you talk about your goals and ambitions, it's a lot easier not to achieve them. And I don't want that. So I kind of keep everything privated, but I figured I'd talk about it. Starting, where should I start? Maybe I should update about my life. I'm a random teen from a big family. I'm from a family of 7. I'm the second oldest. I'm uploading these videos to help me remember and keep track of my progress. I've been making YouTube videos since I was like 6 years old. These are my lowest quality videos because they're the least edited. I just record and post. But I'm really burnt out because I overextend myself. So I'm just doing something short. Woo! So I'm doing something, and it's helping me want to edit again. I was a professional improv actor for a couple of years. It was a big deal. Broadway is considered 700 people, but there were a couple times where we sold out tickets more than we had, but we could only seat 500. So we were close to Broadway, which is pretty cool. I got to perform with some big people. It was half improv, half dogs, and the dog people performed for the NFL and for Super Bowl, which is cool. They did their halftime shows. So I did that for a couple of years. And then before that, I worked out of Rockwall. I worked at a candle store. Just a lot of odd jobs. I like learning stuff. I've always been really passionate about learning. I was homeschooled, and I'm so happy and proud of that. And my mom really gave us a love for learning, which is great. And then I did the improv as an actor, and randomly one day in the middle of summer, I literally turned, and it turned my life around, kind of. It tore my MCL, which for you don't know, you have your MCL and your ACL, and it's the ligaments that keep your knee in place. My MCL decided to randomly tear, and my kneecap fell out of place, and I collapsed on the floor, and my knee hit the corner of a concrete slab, and it cracked my kneecap. It was painful. I had to army crawl inside, like up some stairs, and I had to go to the emergency room, like 2 different ones, and we had to get like CAT scans, MRI, not CAT scan, but like MRI, X-ray, and it was pretty bad, and I wasn't able to walk for a bit. The doctor said I wouldn't be able to take a single step for 6 months, and if I did, I'd never be able to walk again. And I looked that doctor right in the eye, and I just said, I know a God who can heal. And my whole church went to praying, which I can't go to church because I work on Sundays with my job, my acting job, which bothers me. But my whole church prayed over me, and within the second week, I could take my first step. And the doctor was like, what? It was a really, really, really hard week, 2 weeks for me not to walk. I grew really close to God because a lot of the time I feel like I have nothing. I can control nothing in this world except my body, and that was taken away from me, and that was hard. But it helped me grow closer to God and reignite a fire to be someone better. Also, if you hear a lot of howling or what sounds like children screaming, there's hyenas outside. You might be able to hear them. I don't know, maybe not. Anyways, so that was really bad, but it'd be like that sometimes. And I started going to physical therapy for a while, and I really liked physical therapy. So I was like, this is kind of goated, and I'm kind of liking this. And I've always been very against college. I'm like, there's no point for me to get a degree because instead of like taking English and math, I could dedicate all that time to self teaching myself. And I still strongly believe that. But physical therapy was neat. And I was like, huh, this is really cool. So there's a college near me. And I kept like reading their stuff, but there's a lot of conflicting information. So I went to the college. I was like, hey guys, um, can you like give me better details? And they're like, yes, of course we can. Here, just come over here, fill out fill in your information, and we'll give you all the details you need. And I was like, okay, cool. This is a little weird, but okay. And I filled in my details, and they were like, congratulations, you're signed up for college now. So I kind of accidentally signed up for college. And I did that. And yeah, so that's interesting. But it's been a really fun. I'm happy I did that. I'm enjoying it because it's giving me some form of direction. And I did that for a semester, and I'm in my second semester now. It's been going good. I've made some good friends. I'm learning a lot more. And it's been nice. It's helped me once again reestablish things in my life and what I want. And it's helped reignite some flames. It has made me really burn out on other stuff, and I'm really exhausted all the time. But it's been good for me, you know. It's good to learn again. So that's kind of where I'm currently situated. And then 3 weeks ago, I quit my job as an actor, which was a really, really hard decision. Because, man, I had the fame and the fortune. I'm in every gas station and every pamphlet in a gas station from here to the next 2 to 3 states over. It's like, I was on billboards. I had postcards. I have posters, man. I have posters. But it was an experience. It was cool to do, and God gave me that job because I used to work at a rock wall, and I was praying one day. I was like, God, if I do this job for another day, I'm gonna go crazy. And the next day, someone just came to me and said, hey, I have a proposition for you, and it was this crazy gig. But I quit because I really want to go to church again. And it's easy to rely on a job like that, especially when everyone tells you you've made it already. And I haven't made it. I'm not nearly close enough to being who I want to be. So it was too comfortable. So like Alexander did when he was going to fight an army and he was out, his men were outnumbered 1 to 10. He turned around and he burnt his boats and said the only way we're getting home is if we destroy them and steal their boats. So I had to burn my boat. And that's what I'm doing now. So, how am I doing in the meantime? Kind of crazy, man. But I'm working my way up, you know. Oh, my storage is low. It keeps reminding me. So, I got a really expensive 3D printer, which just freaking busted. And then I messed with it, but now it's the heat sensor is going out. It's like $1,000. So I'm going to mess with it some more tomorrow. I'm pretty tech savvy, so I'm not too worried. And then for my New Year's resolution to help try and build momentum, that's my goal right now, is I'm doing one new habit every month. So I'm tracking that too, which I thought I could show you guys today. And I started ranting way longer than I expected to. So I got myself a little grid book. I got this originally for homework, but this is way better. And on here, right, it's going to be backwards, but I've like January's for the gym. So that was my first goal. And then every day I work out, I'll fill in one of these squares, right? And then this was the gym and this was stretching. So if I didn't go gym, I'd try and stretch. If it's pink, I did it on the opposite day. If it's blue, I did it. If it's empty, I didn't do it, which is a fail, right? And then February, I got, which it's been a lot crazier because I've been on vacation and stuff, but I got the gym and then breathing. And breathing is meditation, 3 forms for my mind, soul, and body. For my mind, it's these videos to help me rant and talk. For my soul, it's reading the Bible. Big God's the way, the truth, the light, and I need him more than ever. I always do. And then for my body, I'm doing 10 minutes of meditation a day. And it was going good, but lately I keep accidentally zoning out, so I need to lock in with that. But if I do it right, then I get to fill in one of the boxes. And if I don't fill in the boxes. And that's honestly been really motivational. It's really been helping me. So that's what I'm currently doing. I want to try and fix my printer and start printing some like nerd stuff. I'm a big nerd. You'd never guess it, I know. Huge nerd. Like definitely all those VRs. But about 5 VRs back there, don't give it away. But I plan on printing some like Magic the Gathering stuff and D&D stuff and trying to sell it at some nerd shops near me. Going to some local vendors and stuff like that. to kind of jumpstart me with some cash. So that's the current goal. Long-term goal, I'm learning a second language. I had a big exam today. I studied for 5 hours today. I was on vacation when they were doing it, so I had to cram all today. It was pretty crazy, but I didn't do horrible. I think I did better than I thought, which is always good. But I feel like a lot of the time in college, I'm just flying by the seam of my pants. But I'm good enough at doing that, for gosh sakes. I'm an improv actor, so like last semester. No, this is a rant for the next video that I like to talk to. But like last semester, I just crammed. If there's an exam I want to study till the day of, but I ended up getting a 90 to 95 on everything. So that's really bad. So I need to stop doing that. It's hard when you can to stop doing that, you know. But I did good today. But I want to learn the second language. And then the language I'm learning, I want to go to the country and live abroad for a while. Or study abroad. I'm looking at that. And then I want to make my own money. I'm only 19, but I've had a job since I was 12. And I'm already so sick of relying on other people to give me money. I want to make my own money. So I want my own company or business of any form. But I'm really bad at jumping around. Because everything's so interesting. So I've never been able to stick to something for long. I always have good ideas, and I've tried starting companies, but I haven't been able to stick to it for too long. Because it's like, oh, that looks fun. Or I get bored, which is really bad, and I need to stop doing that. Which is one reason I'm doing this, to try and build discipline up. Because I just need more discipline. So study abroad, start my own business, right? Grow closer to God, obviously. I run a church group. God runs a church group through me. And I want to grow that up. YouTube. I want to get more YouTubing, make better content, because these videos are low-key kind of like, I don't think anyone's really interested in these. These are genuinely just for me, because I don't think anyone else can find these interesting. And then I want real estate is like the end goal. I want to own real estate. I want to rent. I want to build. I like building. I want to have my own property, rent out on Airbnb, rent apartments, stuff like that. So that's my current goal in life. All of those. Really grow closer to God and do it all with Him. And it's one step at a time. And I am back from vacation. It's been like 2-3 days, and I'm already feeling burnt out, which is not good. So I need to learn how to properly rest, because I don't. I'm a workaholic, but that's okay. But one step at a time, you know. And that's what this is. These habits, these videos, it's all to build momentum to create a greater goal, you know, to achieve a greater goal. It's one step at a time. If you're going hiking, or if you're working out, you know, and you're lifting weights, there's sometimes where the weight's just so heavy and you're just like, well, there's one more set. Just one more rep. Just one more rep. Just one more rep. That's what you just gotta keep telling yourself. I'm not telling myself, but it's like it's a comfort, you know, just one step at a time. So that's where I'm starting. It's my background, my brief history. There's a lot to it. A lot of cool stuff, you know, like I drive an Astrovan. I know, it's pretty Sigma. I also drive a Honda CX-500. Not to boast or anything. God really blessed me with both of those. God's really good to me. He's been really good to me in my life. But that's where I'm coming from. And I'm saying these because I feel like I've been failing this week. So it's like, okay, this is a reminder of who I am. This is a reminder of where I'm going. This is a reminder of how I'm going to get there. And that's what these videos are. It's to remind me. So, yeah, it is currently 11:45 p.m. I'm going to turn this off. I did everything for the day. This was the last thing off my bucket list. And I am going to sleep. So tired. I think I'm going to go hang out with my girlfriend, dye my hair tomorrow. I haven't been able to do that because of my job. Couldn't grow out my hair. Couldn't grow out my beard. Couldn't wear my piercings. Couldn't dye my hair. So now I can do all of those, which is fun. But we'll see what happens. Number one goals for tomorrow is to buy a calendar to keep track of everything, because I'm very out of sight, out of mind, and it's not doing good. It's like I have a stand for that, but I need a calendar. But yeah, we'll see how all of that goes. I want to make some higher video contents. I keep saying that though. I keep having plans, but I haven't taken any action, which is so annoying, and I do that way too much, so I can't keep doing that. So if someone's actually watching this, just yell at me in the comments. Be like, stop being a bozo and make some good content, you freaking nerd. I'll be like, I'm sorry, guys, and then I will. So, anyways, this video was way longer than I thought it would be. I'm gonna end it now. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you all know that God loves you, because he does, and he cares for you. He wants a relationship with y'all. I hope you're chasing after your New Year's goal, and if you're not, what the freak, buddy? We're in the second month. Oh, like, come on. You gotta lock in, buddy. You gotta lock in, all right? It is never too late to chase your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. We always need something to follow. My brothers and sisters, both of us, we do. God bless y'all. God loves y'all. I love y'all. And hopefully, maybe I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care, y'all. Peace.